Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, My Track, and today's session is on, as you see, biotic interaction. Biotic interaction refers to relationship among organisms. They can be interspecific or interspecific. In result, maybe both will be benefited or both will harm, one harmed or one benefited or no one benefited. Means it is an interaction between the two organisms in ecosystem as result of its benefit, harm or neutral, and with having many different types. Let's see the different types. Here the types: positive interaction, negative interaction and neutral interaction. In positive interaction include mutualism, communalism, proto-cooperation. In negative interaction include competition, parasitism, prediction, annibalism, cannibalism. And in neutral interaction there is no interaction. In this table हम ऑब्जर्व कर पाएंगे कि दोनों ऑर्गेनिज्म से कौन बेनिफिट हो रहा है और कौन न्यूट्रल में है और कौन हार्म में है। तो म्यूचुअलिज्म में है कि दोनों ऑर्गेनिज्म बेनिफिटेड होगा, कम्युनलिज्म में एक ऑर्गेनिज्म बेनिफिटेड होगा और दूसरा में न्यूट्रल होगा, प्रोटो-कॉम्पेटिशन में बोथ ऑर्गेनिज्म विल बी बेनिफिटेड, कंपटीशन में बोथ ऑर्गेनिज्म की हार्म होगी, पैरासिटिज्म में एक होगा हार्म और एक होगा बेनिफिटेड, एनिमलिज्म में एक होगा हार्म और दूसरा होगा न्यूट्रल में, और कैनिबलिज्म में दोनों का हार्म होगा और न्यूट्रल इंटरेक्शन में दोनों न्यूट्रल होंगे. ओके, सो लेट्स सी each of the types in proper. So in positive interaction, first is mutualism. It is a type of interaction where both organisms are benefited. So in the first diagram, it represents bees and flower, where bees take the nectar from the flower and help in the pollination of the flower. Okay, they spread the pollen grains to the other flowers. And the second diagram represents spider, crab, and fungi, where fungi get a good shelter in spider crab body, and it helps the spider crab to resemble in their background from the predation and the capture of the prey. And in the third diagram, we see turtle and the fishes. The turtle body in several times it covered with the algae and it's cleaned by the fishes. Okay, so in this mutualism we see the both organisms are benefited. Next is communalism, where one organism is benefited and other will be neutral. So the first example represents tree frog and tree, where the tree frog take the help of the trees for its protection or its hide from the prey and predator, and where the tree get nothing anything. And in the second diagram, it is the whale and remora fishes, where remora fishes get attached to its whale body and gets protection and the center, where whale do not get any benefit from it. And the second most important diagram is burdock seeds and mammals. During the grazing time of the herbivores, they stuck with these seeds and they spread the seeds to the other area for its germination. Okay. So in types of communalism, first is inclusivism, where a organism uses other organism as their habitat. As the picture represents, the birds are using the tree trunk for their habitat. Next is foracy. Foracy, when an organism uses other organism as for their transport, as the picture represents the big beetle carrying the little beetles in their dorsal side. And the metabiosis, the most important communalism, where a organism uses other organism product after their death. For example, the picture represents the crabs uses discharge sea snail to live in. Okay. So the last one is positive interaction is PROTO-COOPERATION. It is a non-obligatory interaction where mutualist and the host do not depend on each other but benefited both. यहाँ पर दोनों का बेनिफिट होता है, पर ये जो है इंटरेक्शन और नॉन ऑब्लिगेटरी है, मतलब हम लोग एक दूसरे पर डिपेंडेंट नहीं करता है लाइवलीहुड के लिए। जैसे कि द पिक्चर रिप्रेजेंट्स द बर्ड्स आर यूजिंग एज देयर फूड द स्टक फूड फ्रॉम द क्रोकोडाइल टीथ, ओके। और इस बहाने क्रोकोडाइल के दांत भी साफ हो जाते हैं और दोनों एक दूसरे से बेनिफिट पाते हैं, बट इट इज नॉट नॉन ऑब्लिगेटरी, ओके। इन दोनों एक दूसरे पे डिपेंडेंट नहीं है लाइवलीहुड के लिए। होप सो इट्स क्लियर। So let's talk about negative interaction. First is competition, where both organisms are harmed. In this type, interspecific interaction, it is a type of interaction of same kind of species to compete each other for different reasons like resources, habitat, or mating, or etc. Next is interspecific, where two related species compete each other for food, resources, habitat, no, there is no mating, right? No mating competition in interspecific because they are not from the same species. Condition lead to the competition, limited resources, negative interaction, overlapping niche habitat rights, exclusive principle, density dependent factor, resource partition leads to natural selection. Type of competition in the basis of resources. First is interference competition. The winner will be get the food. There will be a fight before. So the two organisms get fight first, and the winner will get the food. But the interference competition is rare in the environment. The most common is exploitation competition. It is the most common type in the competition. Occur when one individual wishes more resources than others. This picture represent of vultures eating a one type of resource. Okay. इनमें से जो सबसे पहले उस रिसोर्स को खत्म कर पाएगा वही विनर होगा। तो ज्यादातर एनवायरनमेंट में और नेचर में ये टाइप ऑफ कंपटीशन जो है वो बहुत कॉमन है। नेक्स्ट, apparent competition. It is a type of competition where two different species of prey compete from the same predator. मतलब जैसे कि फर्स्ट पिक्चर में हम लोग देख सकते हैं प्रेडेटर वहां पर वन है, ये ए है प्रेडेटर, ओके। और देख सकते हैं कि जेब्रा है और डियर है। तो डियर एंड जेब्रा जो है सेम ट्रॉपिक लेवल में आते हैं और उनका प्रेडेटर जो है वो एक है जो कि चीता है, ओके। लेट्स वी अज्यूम आई थिंक चीता ही है वो। तो अगर वो इस टाइप को कंपटीशन को कहते हैं एपरेंट कंपटीशन। तो जेब्रा और डियर एक दूसरे से compete करेंगे कि वो प्रेडेटर से बच सके। So the next is parasitism, where one organism benefited and other is harmed. So this picture represents some microparasite and some macroparasite. So the tick, lice and flies are the microparasites which act in extracellularly and suck the blood, and the microparasites are some hookworms, tapeworms which sucks the blood or take the nutrition from intercellular. Next is predation, where one organism is again benefit and again one organism is uh, harmed. And prey and prediction we know from the 7th, 8th class. So one uses other organism for their food resources. In this way, one is harmed and one is benefited. Next in AMMENSALISM, where one organism is harmed and other do not get in return anything. Okay, means neutrals. So first example represent penicillin, secret penicillin, which kills virus bacteria. But in return, what the penicillin get benefit? Nothing or no harm. So one is harmed, means bacteria are killed and they are harmed, and penicillin do not have any effect on it. The second example is the root of black walnut release jagnon, which is toxic materials that destroy other herbivorous plant within its range. If if that tree releases some chemicals to herbivorous plant and they get invited, but what in return he gets? Nothing. So that is a common AMMENSALISM. Next is cannibalism. Cannibalism is the act of consuming other individual of the same species as in food. ऐसा होता है कि इन फॉर टेक एग्जाम्पल ऑफ मंकीज, अगर कोई मेल मंकी फीमेल के साथ मीटिंग नहीं कर पाता है तो जब उसका बच्चा होता है तो वो उसके बच्चों को खा जाता है ताकि वो नेक्स्ट सीजन में मीटिंग के लिए वो तैयार हो सके. ओके, एंड द लास्ट वन इज न्यूट्रल इंटरेक्शन. Interaction between the two individuals are neutral in regards to the both species. For example, rabbit, frog, deer live in the grassland together with no interaction, so they do not get any harm or not get any benefit to each other. But in सेंस ऑफ ह्यूमर वी कैन ऑब्जर्व दैट इंटरेक्शन तो होता है या तो डायरेक्टली या तो इनडायरेक्टली एक दूसरे के साथ, कुछ ना कुछ इंटरेक्शन सबके साथ रहता है. तो न्यूट्रल इंटरेक्शन जो है वो एनवायरनमेंट में एग्जिट, एक तरफ से कहो तो एग्जिट नहीं करता है. अगर देखा जाए तो हम बोल तो रहे हैं कि रैपिड्स, फ्रॉग और डियर ग्रासलैंड में इंटरेक्शन भले नहीं करते हैं बट कुछ ना कुछ इनडायरेक्टली कुछ ना कुछ रहता जरूर है. अगर एक तरफ से देखो तो रैबिट और डियर जो है उन लोग ग्रासेस में डिपेंडेंट है, तो हो सकता है कभी उन लोग के अंदर भी कंपटीशन शुरू हो सकता है. सो व्हेन देयर इज फुलफिल ऑफ रिसोर्सेज और एनी जो भी लाइवलीहुड के लिए चाहिए वो अगर फुलफिल है तो न्यूट्रल इंटरेक्शन हो सकता है. बट व्हेन इट इन एक्सट्रीम कंडीशन देयर शुड बी लीड इन ए competition. Oh, so thank you for this session.